When a recreational baseball league learns that their field is going to be demolished to build a new school, they get together for one last game. There is almost nothing I love more than a good baseball movie. The Sandlot, A League of Their Own, Major League, Major League 2, Little Big League, Rookie of the Year, Moneyball, Angels in the Outfield, Bad News Bears, and Field of Dreams are some of my favorites, just to name a few. There is just something special about a ragtag group of friends getting together to try to win the big game. Eephus is a slow movie. The entire thing takes place over the course of a single baseball game. It actually feels like you were sitting in the stands watching a bunch of way past their prime guys who weren't even that good in their prime trying to play one last baseball game. Because of that, you kind of have to be in the mood for a movie like this. It isn't really about baseball, though. It's about aging men who've been getting together with the same group of guys for decades. And while they do nothing but bicker and complain and yell at each other, they secretly all love it. It's an escape from their lives. All these guys have things to do, real responsibilities outside of baseball, and they know that once this game ends, things are never going to be the same. The real world is calling, and their bodies won't let them keep doing the thing that they love. The movie could have been about a band breaking up, or the last day of high school, or a poker game. It just happened to be about baseball. Because baseball was the perfect medium for this story. Baseball is slow, and that gives the guys a chance to catch up. When a runner's on first base, he chats it up with the first baseman between pitches, and that gives them a chance to bond, and us a chance to get to know the characters. And I appreciated how realistic this game felt. These guys are trying hard, they're sliding and diving, but it all looks clumsy. They can't run fast, they can't throw hard, but this is it. This is the thing that they do together, and so they keep doing it. I think many people in their 40s are going to relate to this movie. Most of the guys do not look like they are having fun. They yell and they scream and they huff and they puff at bad calls. They have knee pains and all the other stuff that comes with playing baseball too late into life. Now, even though they do nothing but fight, a lot of these men probably consider these to be the closest friendships that they have. And they know once the game ends, they will likely never see each other again. And some of the best times of my life were on a baseball field. And at the end of each season, me and my teammates who I had become extremely close to would vow to get together and keep these friendships alive for the rest of our lives. And it almost never happened. When I was 15 years old, I pitched in the final game of my baseball career, which just happened to end with us winning the league championship. We walked off the field champions, all smiles and high fives and hugging each other, and then we left to go home to our regular lives. And that was the last time I saw probably 90% of the people that I had grown so close to over that summer. Now, I was naive in thinking that these relationships were going to last a lifetime, but the players in Eephus, they know that when this game ends, the next time that they see some of these friends could possibly be at a funeral of one of the other guys. There are no real stakes in who wins or loses the game, but that's not the point. These guys just want to eke every last ounce of enjoyment and bonding over this game. Now, from a technical standpoint, Eephus has incredible sound. This isn't big league baseball, so the sounds we hear are crickets chirping, lawnmowers, church bells. We also hear the crack of the bat, the snap of the ball hitting into that leather glove, and my favorite part is when we hear voices and profanities yelled from every corner of the theater. Visually, Eephus had to be tough to pull off because these guys are playing a real-time baseball game on a real field with real natural sunlight, which means that they had to probably film it over weeks, but get the sunlight just right in each scene so it looked like the same day. And the acting was honestly pretty good. It felt more like watching a group of real friends playing together than a group of actors, which is always a good thing. I didn't recognize any of the actors in the movie, but a lot of them looked like people that I do know from other movies. There was the heart of the movie, Fanny, who kept score, and he looked like Dick Miller. And then there was the Scott Bakula guy, the guy who looked like the drummer from K&B and the Boys Band from Home Improvement, and the guy who kind of looked like Dick Van Dyke. And then there's a random kid who looked like Bobby Hill from King of the Hill. Eephus is just a well-made movie. It looks and it sounds great. It may turn a lot of people off because of its slow pace, which is intentional, so you have to be in the right mood, like I said. It gives the audience time to think and reflect on their life while watching these ball players do the same. While the journey of watching the movie wasn't full of excitement, it is one I keep thinking about because while it is about baseball, it's really about the universal truth that as we get older, we need to squeeze as much enjoyment out of life and those that we live it with while we still can. Being the only fan at a baseball game, hanging in the dugout, listening to the national anthem, pitching past your prime, sliding into second.